So hey y'all, good morning. Hopefully y'all can hear because I got it connected. So I know sometimes it'd be kind of hard for it to hear. Y'all might hear my windshield wipers, but ignore that. So the other day I did a video on Detached, right? Talking about when to detach, when not to detach, or should I say when to connect and when not to connect. Same difference. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. It'll give you a kind of a better understanding of what I'm coming from on this video. So basically, when you detach from something, you sever, you cut, you remove yourself from something. When you detach yourself from something, it's to come apart, to separate, or whatnot. So with that being said, I hope I was clear on it. So basically, just talking about the times when you should detach and the times when you shouldn't. So basically, when you should detach and when you need to connect with something. Okay, because we're living in this world that people consider weaknesses, or consider strength, your weaknesses, your strong things that are really strong attributes, okay, for weakness, right? When they really are strong attributes, right? So like sensitivity, for instance. People frown upon it. They look down on it. They think, oh, it's weak to be sensitive. You know, if you're a woman, you overly emotional, you too sensitive. You know, they look down on it. They frown upon it. Society has taught you that it's not good to be sensitive. You know, so men try to hide their emotions, or they try to detach, which is the same thing. Detach for something, not connect to something, out of fear of being looked at as emotional or weak. Same thing for women. Women try not to be overly emotional or so sensitive because it's frowned upon by men or other women or other people in society, right? Teach you that it's an issue with being sensitive, right? It's an issue with being overly emotional. Now the kicker is, it's always two sides to a coin. You have good and you have the bad on things. So when you're too much of anything and you don't have enough balance in something, then it turns into a negative. But the goal is that you get balanced enough and you understand, you have the knowledge and the understanding to when to connect to something and when to detach to something, that you gain that knowledge and the wisdom to know when you really need to disconnect from something, detach from something that's not healthy, or when you really need to connect because you need to be able to understand what's going on around you. So what I mean by that is, okay, for instance, sensitivity. It's very important that you know yourself, starting first and foremost, because when you know yourself, you understand yourself, then you're more sensitive to things, and you can you'll understand what's you and what's not you, what's somebody else's and what's not. Okay, so basically it pays to pay attention and to be sensitive and be emotional at times, because that's another way, that's another sense, y'all. Is one of your senses, right? To feel, right? Not always to touch, but the feeling is so close to touch. You know, your feelings is a way to touch things that are not tangible. Okay? So, we're going into that. It's another pair of eyes. God gave you 6 senses, and some of y'all just using 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 at the most. But when you start to use all of your senses, You know what I mean? Or connect them, like even with feelings. You know what I mean? Like when you start to connect certain things and use all your senses, then you become better. You get a better understanding. Things become clear, right? So going back into this being sensitive, even in the Bible it says what God said, my sheep know my voice, they hear my voice, and they will not part from it. So that's the key indicator right there. If I don't touch on another scripture right there, that it's important to be sensitive, because when you're sensitive, you can hear the voice, right? You can see things that other people might miss. So being sensitive can save your life. It can save your family. It can save your bloodline. It can save a whole lot of stuff. So being sensitive is not bad at all. Society made it bad and have brainwashed you to thinking it's bad, but it's really good. But the thing that you need to take from it is being able to balance those things, being able to control, or to have the wisdom to know when you need to be sensitive, when you need to be connected to something, and when you need to disconnect from something. Okay? So that's the difference when it comes to that, because we living in a world that people would rather be numb than be sensitive to the things that they need to be sensitive to. You know, people rather be numb because they don't want to see or deal with the things that they need to deal with. So they numb themselves, meaning they disconnect, they detach from things that really are healthy, you know, and they shouldn't. So what I mean by that is, for instance, you ever been riding down the street or something, and something tell you go this way, and you decide to keep on your regular route. Get there, it's a car wreck, and you like, man, dang, I should have listened to myself. I should have listened to the inner voice, because you were sensitive, you heard it. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't pay